Alright, I bet I get interrupted with some dialogue immediately. Maybe not? Maybe not. Okay. This game just like to throw out dialogue just randomly sometimes. So yeah, we're here. We're here in this strange moon that has this giant thing. It looks very cool, doesn't it? Oh, there we go. There's the dialogue. If I may see the device, mistress. Is it important? I'm kind of holding it the wrong way. Indeed, most interesting. Like I'm showing it not to sticks. So what is it? It is some kind of telescope, right? It's a recording device, mistress. There is a Rebesca foil at its apex. Can you read it back? So didn't we say it was something to do with like looking at the rivers or something? I have a foil inside me, but there is no common language. I can guess. Let's hear it. This device is a telescope. Perhaps it has been recording the movements of the sky. But why? And why do we need this huge thing here as well? Like, how's it all connected? We already went up there, didn't we? Was the ruin near Meersi an observatory too? Locations are interesting, mistress. Separated but aligned. The ruin near Meersi suggests a triangulation. Oh, the hideout moon. Okay. Oh yeah, because they had a thing there. Oh right, so they triangulate something. Maybe there's a third place that has telescopes. We know Rember found a telescope on the crashed ship. Another on the ruin near Meersi. We found one more. Triangulation. Is there a place right in the middle of something? Data is indeed thin. I don't know why I'm saying this. I wasn't suggesting that. But can you make anything of it anyway? I can attempt it. A triangulation requires 3 or more points. If we assume the scope aboard the ship was bound for or taken from somewhere near Elbereth. Wait, mistress, that's a big assumption. 6. Remember the empty tripod I found on the last Emperor's hideout in the Cyclones? I wonder if it had once held a telescope like the one Saya said Rember dug up. What if Janiki was collecting the telescopes? Observatories, telescopes, there must be a connection. The device we found was a recording device, mistress, for sampling the river flow. If these scopes were perhaps in communication with each other, mistress, and that enabled Rember to locate one from another, perhaps their connection to the observatory might be similarly traceable. Who, what, why, when? Sure? Okay. There must be a way of getting in here, right, at some point. Or is it just genuinely closed off? I hope this isn't Rember's observatory. If it is, then I'm definitely missing something. There's nothing here. Can I really not interact with any of this? I was assuming I would put like the power on or something somewhere. Maybe not. Open the door, 6. Mistress. Ah. Oh. Ah? It would seem the power to this control is not entirely functional. Presumably the system has not been used or maintained in some time. Are you saying we're trapped in here? I mean, it wasn't a huge jump from the next level. After a fashion, yes. So Hopper is out of here. I can't see the eye. I'm afraid the line of sight required is not available. Are you sure? Let's look through this little window. Maybe. There'll be something I can interact with that will like allow us to do the power. I mean, there's these cables on the floor. I keep being suspicious of them. We can head for the roof. Okay. An excellent idea, mistress. Please wait by the door. I will return momentarily. Wait, what? Ah. Why did I go back downstairs? Oh my gosh. Ah, 6. Was that 6 screaming? That was silly. Mistress. How did you do that? Escape. I fixed the lock, mistress. It will not close again. There's like a wall around the whole roof. Or is that just the floor? Maybe it's just the floor. I can't remember if it's the wall or not. Mistress. Yes, 6. I have a result, mistress. Have you finished the calculation? The triangulation of the telescopes, mistress, that Remba found, assuming they were recording devices transmitting data to each other and to a central source. Assuming they were positioned deliberately to cover a particular sector of the nebula from many angles, while maintaining a line of sight to that central source. We're making so many assumptions here. Mistress, I believe I have found Remba's observatory. Look, there's a lizard behind you. Evidently it is far further than we have ever been. Is it up in that top right area of the map? It's like a huge unknown area. Look at the lizard. Why can't I interact with it? How far is this observatory, 6? Significantly further than the air tanks of the Nightingale would allow, mistress. Wait, there are air tanks? What? How does the Nightingale work? Should we just walk down? Where's this stuff? There's probably nothing around, right? Maybe I should check over here just in case there's like some inscription carved in the rock or something silly like that. Nope. I need to translate that text. Is there a place I can do it from? Because like standing next to it, I don't think I could interact with it at all. Maybe we notice it when going down here, even though I know stages ago. So what was this place? We know it was run by robots. Some kind of recording station. Observing the rivers. Why did it need the big dish? The Great itself most likely a dock. Okay. Place for ships to land. Interesting. We've acquired 2 interesting artifacts here, the scrap of paper and the telescope device. We've also pinpointed one new location, Remba's lost observatory. I'd like to activate the hopper now, mistress. I want to get down to the center of the crater first. So there is a way. The game wants me to try. Here goes. Here goes. No, I'm doing it. Okay, cool. Whoa. By the goddess. Okay, cool, we're down here. Made it. But how are we going to get back up? Oh, you made it too. Okay, now I can look at the text. Okay, let's do that first. Okay, well I could. And it stopped giving me that prompt. Do I have to stand further back? 6, I feel strange. Low gravity, mistress. I can't explain it, but gravity here is not what it should be. There's writing around the rim. You've suddenly noticed after I noticed ages ago. Okay, I already tried to translate this to some degree. This one's a phrase, run together. So something about the ground at the beginning. Verb. No. Yes, verb to do with a place and the ground. Like dig or something. Site? There's a verb. So no, it's not that. I'm not going to put that in because that's wrong for sure. I think. Unless it's like does site. Like, how do you decide if it's that or not? I don't know. That's going to be and. I think and is always by itself. And we can use that to piece things together. That's going to be here. Place of where self is. Yeah, okay. And then the big swoosh is going to be that. And is... Over on the right we've got individual Many selves speaking. Welcome. Okay, yeah, that's welcome. Yeah, I was right not to fill in the thing on the left. It says my translation for here is correct now. Land. Yeah, okay. Verb, place, ground, movement is land. Land here, and be welcome. And that makes sense given it's a dock. Land here and be welcome. Very nice. That will do for now. A landing bay, just as we thought. Very nice, okay. There's a... Oh. The low gravity appears to be localized around the central point, mistress. Evidently, it is likely to make you somewhat giddy. Perhaps even rash. Okay, let's go. Let's go into here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about it first. 6, it's warm. Mistress, please. There's something underground. Something powering this. There must be. Are you saying you can see gravity? Oh, okay, we've just moved on to a different topic. Indeed, mistress, after a fashion. What does after a fashion mean? You keep using the expression. I don't think I know it. Let's do it. Let's see if I can... It's going to be too heavy or something, isn't it? Oh, no. We did it without even moving our arm. Evidently, it's almost certainly a low-gravity machine. Gravitational forces are weakest here, I see. Oh gosh, jump inside? No, let's look down first. How far down do you think it goes, 6? I could not say, mistress. Can you shine a light down there? After a fashion, mistress. Whoa, crystals, okay. Whoa, it's Outer Wilds. There's gravity crystals. It's lined with iolite crystals. Same as the crystals on board the crashed ship Rumba took up. Indeed, mistress. I mean, it's given me the option. Let's see where this goes. Do I actually jump in? Do not move, mistress. If you attempt to annihilate yourself by entering a vertical drop, I will hopper you immediately. If you're falling, I might only get half of you. Uh-oh. I know what I'm doing. I didn't really have an option to say, oh, okay. It's abundantly clear that you do not. Step away. I didn't take orders from you. I'm going to attempt it. Oh no, what happens? Let's be clear about this. You're a coat hanger on wheels. I can do what I like. No, mistress, you cannot. Professor Mayari did not assign me to you for fun. Step away. Okay, I think it's not an option. Maybe it is. I just want a closer look. We went to all the trouble to get this thing open. All the trouble. No, mistress. I will stay right beside you and I will not change my mind on this matter. Okay. Please. Let's return to the upper ring level. Away from temptation. Okay, I don't think it's going to be the option anymore. You said the gravity effect was localized around that pit where the crystals are. Yes, mistress. Although before you conclude that the crystals bend gravitational force lines, mistress, I would remind you that correlation and causation are themselves only correlators. That's a good way to put it. Oh, what's this? Is there more text or something? Or can I close it? Aha! Text. Painted symbols. Whoa. That's a lot of nouns. This was several words. So the first thing is some kind of water. I think the colon joins words. Water related to the sky, rivers. Yeah. I'm getting good at this. And the next thing is some kind of, so it's a verb, motion in the water, to sail. To sail, flows? Flows. River flows. I think this is, there's a dot there, so this is one word. So it's belonging to motion. What does that mean? Towards. Oh. Belonging to motion. Towards. Okay, motion to... Yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. Motion... It's not just possession, it's of. Yeah, okay, it's motion... Yeah. That brings something towards somebody, therefore they possess that thing. The next thing is a noun, some kind of movement, okay, and then there's a colon, and there's a noun, ground, but there's another colon. So some kind of digging or towards the ground, like falling. And then there's another noun, which is togetherness. It might be fall. Falls? I don't think I have the word. Something's going to come up later. What about the end? We have water by itself. Waters, there we go. Okay, we do have something else. Oh, probably the of. Yeah. Pretty sure. I'm getting good at this. It's a long one, but I'm confident it says river. Ooh. It's interesting that heal has the noun symbol at the end of it. A verb to bring together nouns. I don't know. To bring together things, heal. I guess that's the way you could read it. So this thing we could read as thing move, of thing ground, of earth, of thing together. It's not a verb, so it's not... I guess harvest is both a verb and a noun. It's definitely not... Oh, it could be junction. But then junction doesn't make sense. Freedom doesn't make sense. Bottom, I don't think so. I think it would have destruction. So maybe it is harvest. That feels weird. What would make sense? River flows towards something of waters. Bottom of waters. Junction of waters. Maybe it is junction. That feels weird though. Why junction? Oh, freedom of waters, bottom of waters. It's not. It could be bottom. I'm gonna go with junction. I just don't know how that would be expressed. Hold on, let's compare to the words at the top. It's apparently similar to open. That's just because there's movement in there. Crystals. It's not just ground, is it? It's like earth, like rock. I'm going to say junction. I don't know if I can really get that. River flows towards junction of waters. Water rising from below ground. This hatch couldn't have contained an upriver, could it? Evidently it's conceivable, mistress. This is where it came from, maybe. This crater really had an upriver under that hatch. 6, that raises so many questions. Where has the river gone? Was it artificial? Can you make a river? Divert one? Maybe this is how they made the rivers in the first place. Did the ancients make the nebula using uprivers? Could we change it for ourselves? I lack evidence, mistress. Let's go back up. Let's go then. There's nothing more here. Back to the ship, mistress? I can simply hop us if you prefer. Yeah, let's do it. Do it. Let's see what else we can learn here. We've got that other moon to go to, haven't we? You ready, mistress? Done. And so we left the surface of the cratered moon with the ramps. That's one way to describe it. With newfound knowledge of the location of the observatory Remember was looking for. And now we have that as well. We're never going back to Iox. Why would we ever go back to Iox? Isn't this fun? I suppose I should go through some of the things I haven't fully figured out what they mean. Some of the inscriptions. Aboard the Nightingale. In fact, maybe I should do that now. Maybe I should do that now. A strange find, that crater. Why are we still questioning it? We know. Some kind of landing bay for ships. But why land there at all? There's nothing on this moon apart from the bay itself. Robots could be fixing stuff. Except the crystals. Or maybe the crystals heal. And fix mechanical things. Let's have a look at our inscriptions. Oh, okay, that button. Oh, we have a lot now. How do I zoom? Zoom. Da, 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 da. All the early ones. How do I go right to the earliest one? Oh my gosh, there's so many. 20 days ago. When did our adventure start? There we go. Did I ever fully get this? Okay, so I know that's Holy Emperor. Is it clear whether I finished it or not from the screen? I don't know. Okay, buried. We can like have a think about that. So verb is a past tense. Past tense verb. Place, ground, not moving. I think it is buried. I'm happy with that. Yeah, we got that already. I wish there wasn't this animation every time. Okay, we got this. Oh my gosh, yeah, why have they put this in? And we got all of that. Stars, that's definitely right. I need to question that at all. And then Boston, the Iox sundial, we've got all of that. Protects, place, verb. Is it place? It's not place. I've been interpreting it as place this whole time, but maybe. What's a must flow? We technically don't have that, but yeah, it definitely is that. We pray for you. We got that. Oh my gosh, why do they do this animation every time? Or why is it so slow? A little bit of animation is fine. Oh wait, we never even filled this in? Maybe when we saw it, it was like, oh, it's too complicated. Interesting. So, okay, so let's not look at the words. It's a question. It's a question of now what. So first word is what. Okay, we don't have that word yet. And then belonging to, what's the cane mean? Well, okay, I'm now looking at the words. Something to do with knowledge? I guess so. So we've got future. Or should. Then we've got knowledge over there. Can I guess what the rest of it might mean? To know. What know, future knowledge, an empty bowl. Oh, that means no, as in, without the K and the W, just no. Weird. But that's different to, oh, I guess, because the other one can mean one, whether it's got a dot in it, or self. So without the dot, it's no, okay. Well, okay, so hold on. So it's that, and there's no movement. It wants me to keep going. Okay, I think the other one is that. There. Ha. What else do you want me to fill in? Oh, I guess it's not going to do the confirmation thing, is it? But I can't take a guess at the other words. This is a bit weird. Whatever, I filled some of it in, I guess. Fear. Verb. Noun. Or let me think of it as do thing, end of life, colon, verb, no. It's okay, yeah, it's like knowledge of end of life. Fear, I could see that. I'm down with that. I'm down with that too. Maybe I'm not going to go through all of these. It's a lot. At some point I have to though. Yeah. Let's do a few more. Which one were we on? Somewhere around here. Fire. Do I still think that's fire? I don't really have any reason to believe it's something else. I think it's the most likely of the options. Light from way. It's a noun, a past tense noun, or it's a noun from the past, something from the past. The double circle means time, and then the other circle means like all. It could be birth. I think it's birth. I don't think we get any kind of like correction here. Like, it doesn't tell us whether we got things right, which I quite like actually. I always would prefer the whole game to be like that. I think one thing I would really like if there was like another take on this idea is less like kind of arbitrary, oh, you got it right in 3 sentences, therefore you know what it is. More showing you that you got it right through context. Like if you had to confirm everything yourself, but you know, there were places where words were used where it's like super clear this has to mean this, therefore kind of like the well at the beginning of this. That's how I found out what water was, and that was cool. But there should be more of that, and that should be how words are confirmed to you. I think that would be neat. Water heals. It'd probably be a much longer game, maybe. Or wouldn't it be able to be as complicated, maybe? Not sure. Emperors are eternal. Just go away. Don't do this every time. Gods plus plants. That's definitely right. For sure. Ascends, I like. Yeah, I don't know what the noun of the tick means again. So carry's got it. So that's a verb. No, sorry. Yeah, verb. That is it. To have, maybe. To have. Oh, maybe it's reaches. Sky God reaches. Yes, because the Sky God does reach up. The statue reaches. It's definitely reaches. And that probably is to have. So it's the verb to have. And the next thing I don't really know, I haven't seen that very often at all. It's the beginning of 3 apparently. And then there's the like distance. Yeah, it's reaches for sure. Nice, we're filling stuff in that I didn't have before. We've got all that. Enormous. I'm sticking with that. Oh, great. Treasure. Well, let's think about this again, actually. So that's stars of the ground. Isn't that? Stars of the ground could be treasures. That sort of makes sense. Yeah. It's definitely that. Treasures of... This might mean great rather than enormous, but they're kind of similar words. Like, how would I pick between them. They both mean kind of the same thing. Palace, place of emperor. Yeah. Princess feels weird here. So it's person or individual time, verb. I really need to figure out what that square thing, like the portal looking thing, is. I think that's a thing on the right, the thing that's like individual and that. Like the last three characters, including the dot, that's like that represents something in particular. And this is like a compound word. It's definitely not rivers. I already know rivers. Soldiers. I don't see why it would be. Palace of Princes? Yeah, I don't know. Weird one. Weird one. I wish I could just see whether they were done or not. Does it say anywhere? Oh, I can move to solvable. Interesting. That's an interesting category. Yeah, category. Means I have the words for them. I mean, that is solved. What do you mean solvable? What do you mean? Again, it already is solved. Okay, that's not a useful category. Solvable inscriptions. Well, they're already solved. Unsolved. But you'd expect solvable to also mean unsolved, but solvable, right? Yeah, Nebula tells of their paths. Okay, let's get going. Let's get going to this place. Oh, I'm not on the actual navigation thing. Let's take to the river. Oh, ready the chocks, mistress. What's a chock? Chock-a-block. So what have we narrowed down now? A whole bunch of things? Oh, so we haven't narrowed down this fully, okay. Sometimes it's not clear. Like they say things like we've figured it out, but we haven't actually fully figured it out. So I guess we're going to go here. Then from there, if we don't have anything else to do, we're going to go back up here, try and get back to Remstig site if possible, but also Elbereth again. Maybe. And then probably we'll unlock something else by then, and we'll never have to go to Iox. Yeah, so let's go to another Age of Sail site. If this is as interesting as the last one, this will be very worthwhile. Okay, let's go see.